Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Friday. Yay, Friday! Friday, October 4th, 2019. I reached 1,000 subscribers. Yay! I'm so grateful. I feel so blessed. Like, I just honestly didn't think it would go like this. So I want to thank everybody who's subscribed so far. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for supporting me. I just started this channel because I was kind of new to the journey, and I was hoping to be able to help someone else who was maybe in the similar situation that I was. Obviously, having mentors and people who are further along really helps, but I also believe that having people who are in the same stage of the journey as you are really helps with morale as well. So I'm just so grateful to be able to give back to the community, and just, yeah, the response is overwhelming. So I want to thank you guys so much. I will be giving away free readings, so stay tuned to the end of the video, and I will announce how to enter for that. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get this reading started. First card out today is Taurus. So yeah, a lot of stubbornness, a lot of resistance, definitely coming forward today. I feel this is coming from Divine Masculine, but actually Divine Feminine as well. Some Divine Feminines are kind of back in this stubbornness, and it's really interesting because I was talking about release and surrender and everything yesterday, and yet, the stubbornness a lot of times comes from Divine Masculine, but this can come from Divine Feminine too. It's like Divine Feminine, in some ways, is not a bad thing. It's like Divine Feminine's kind of putting her foot down and saying, okay, well, enough of this crap. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. You work out your crap. I'm going to figure out my stuff over here, and you just have fun with it, right? So Divine Feminine kind of in that standoffish energy, and that's fine. Like, if you need to disconnect from the energy your Divine Masculine's putting out, do it, because some of this energy that I've been getting, at least, is very, very draining, because they're so confused, they're so angry, they're so frustrated, and a lot of them going through dark night of the soul. It can be very draining when you're getting that energy constantly. Okay, so stepping back and putting up your boundaries and things like that, totally fine. It's totally fine, as long as you're not doing it out of ego, right? If you're doing it because, you feel it's the right thing to do, because your intuition's telling you to, or you're getting drained from it, then obviously it's something you need to do. You need to recharge, okay? But Divine Masculine's still going through these awakening processes, dark nighted soul, and that sort of thing. So definitely, I feel at this point, it's kind of like they reached their tipping point, right? They've reached their tipping point, so now the universe is just like, wham! Here you go, right in your face. So the energy may be a little bit more intense today with this, because it's just getting thrown at them, like, big time. So Divine Feminine, again, feeling like you need to probably disconnect, and that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Honestly, it'll probably help you. But there's a lot of mirroring going on as well still with these connections, guys. So much mirroring, and you're probably knowing this already. Even if you're not in 3D communication with your Divine Masculine, you're probably feeling this. You probably know. You know more than they think you know, right? They think they're hiding it. They think they're, putting on these fronts that they're, that they're fine and they're manly and they're good and everything like that. But you're like, no. I know what's going on, right? So again, a lot of resistance, a lot of stubbornness in these connections right now, coming from mostly Divine Masculine again, but a lot of it just has to do with their karmic situations. Again, like, it's just frustrating them. The karmic situations are frustrating them. They just feel like just torn, they feel pulled. They feel like they're just not making any sort of headway in their lives at all, and that's frustrating them too. They've been feeling stuck, maybe in their job, maybe in other situations that they haven't been able to get out of, and now they're really feeling the push from the universe to get out of these situations, right? And they're very much in their head about it. And the more you're in your head, the more negativity comes forward. You get that little voice in the back of your head, which is your ego coming in saying, you're crazy, this is crazy, none of this is like, what the heck is going on with my hair? What is that? Okay, you know what? It's fine. Whatever. So anyway, so a lot of them just feeling, really overwhelmed by a lot of what's going on, and they're in their heads about it big time. And I do feel a lot of them are just overthinking their situations. You know, they're in doubt, they're in fear, they're overthinking, they're like, I can't get out, you know, I'm going to disappoint this person, I'm going to disappoint this, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, just disappointing themselves. And Divine Feminine, again, kind of in this energy of, well, you got to kind of fix it yourself, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I can't do hardly anything for you right now. You know, all I can do is send you energy. And half the time, it's like they get the energy, and half the time they'll use it, they'll utilize it, and then the other half the time they're like, I don't want to have anything to do with it, right? So it's like, well, I'm sending you energy, but what are you doing with it, right? So again, Divine Masculine feeling very pulled in two different directions. Divine Feminine feeling this way too. It's like, again, you know, feeling like they're doing all the work for themselves and trying to send energy. Divine Masculine is just kind of brushing it off. So that's why I'm like, you know, Divine Feminine, if you're feeling like you need to disconnect from the connection because you're giving too much energy to it, you're giving too much and it's draining you, then you need to recharge. You need to take care of yourself, okay? Divine Masculine will figure it out on his own. Send him love, send him compassion, obviously, you know, forgiveness, obviously. But, you know, if he's just sitting there feeding off your energy and not even using it and it's draining you, then you need to change course. Okay? Focus that energy on yourself. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at Divine Masculine, see what's going on today. Is it skipping? Alright. Yeah. Still pissed off, still angry, still frustrated, still impatient, Divine Masculine. I feel still a lot of triggers going on with Divine Masculine right now, and some of them definitely want to come in and communicate, but they're still afraid to. It's like, at this point, they're not really afraid of Divine Feminine's reaction. They're afraid of their own reactions at this point. They're afraid they might say something that might hurt their Divine Feminine's feelings, and, you know, they really don't want to do that. Believe it or not. Because they are understanding, most of them are understanding these connections. They're understanding the idea that you pretty much share an energy field and stuff like that. So, like, when you feel something, they feel it. So, it's like they know if they trigger you and you feel like crap, they're going to feel like crap. So they really don't want to do that. They really don't. So they're just kind of stuck in this energy of, I don't know what to do. And then everything's just like crashing around them. They're just like trying to blind themselves to it, a lot of them. Trying to blind themselves to the pain, blind themselves to the emotional turmoil they're going through, you know, the karma that they got themselves into. They're kind of like, woe is me, why me, victim mentality, right? And here's the Two of Cups over here. I mean, it's within reach. It's right here. Divine's showing them that, like, hey, over here. But they're just like, I'm going to lose everything. Nah. You know, like in this state of just heartbreak, really. I mean, but they're doing it to themselves at this point. You know, because most of them have actually energetically disconnected from their karmic situations, whatever they may be. They have energetically stopped, like, engaging in some of these connections. Okay, it's just they're still physically there, right? And it's kind of draining them, right? So it's almost it is a kind of a mirror, really. Like the karmic situation is draining them, and they're draining Divine Feminine. It's like they're losing their energy to the karmic situation, so they're gaining the energy from Divine Feminine. They're like, oh yes, energy, but then they don't do anything with it. Okay, so they're just kind of stuck in this heartbreak, stuck in this feeling of nothing's good enough, I can't move, I can't do anything right, you know, I just, yeah, very worthless. They feel very worthless. They're back in this worthless energy, this victim mentality of, I'm giving all of this stuff, you know, to my karmic, or, you know, I'm providing all of this stuff to my karmic or to my mother, or my mother's providing to me, and I feel worthless, that sort of thing, right? So, yeah, definitely back in the worthless energy. And again, a lot of passion coming in today. They want to move. They do. They want to move. They want to move, whether it's in their, whether they actually physically want to move. Maybe they want to move out of their mom's house or whatever, karmic's house, whatever. They actually, you know, have been stuck in their job. You know, they've been stuck in the same position. They hate their job. They want to move to a different job or a different position within their job. That sort of thing. There's a lot of passion here. They want to move. They really, really do, right? they're just not really quite sure what to do here, and they're it's like they're going within, sort of. They are in hermit mode, and they're figuring it out little bit by little bit, right? What hermit mode actually means, and it's for spiritual ascension. But it's like they were using hermit mode to hide. Like they're using hermit mode to hide their emotions, to hide from their divine feminine, to hide from the karmic, to hide from everything. Using maybe alcohol here. This to me representing alcohol right now. You know, using alcohol to numb the pain, to kind of block everything out so they don't have to deal with it. Which is really interesting because I had a dream last night where, and this happens to me a lot, my divine masculine, like a lot of times in dreams, he's always off in the distance somewhere, which of course mirrors our situation in 3D, right? But last night was like, I kept seeing him, and he would look up, and he would see me, and then I would hide. Like, I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see me right now. I just don't. Which I found really interesting. I don't know what that means. I guess I'll figure it out later. Alright, so Divine Feminine. Yes, 4 of Wands. First one out, so yeah. Again, coming back into the realization of what comes first, and that's the 2 of Wands. And then once you have your 2 of Wands, once you have your inner alignment, and then your Divine Masculine has inner alignment, then you can come together, form the 4 of Wands, and that's when actual union can start, can actually progress, right? This is like the beginning stage, so it progresses to the 10 of Cups, right? So, but I do feel Divine Feminine really seeing a lot of doors opening for her because of this, and since the union kind of sparked off, since the separation or whatever trigger it was that led you to this, right? Finding that inner peace, finding that inner paradise, you know, and look at the little rainbow right there. Look at that. You know, so understanding that this all, whatever this was that sparked it, was totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right? And not feeling really left out in the cold anymore. Not really. You know, this should be read in reverse today, I feel, because, you know, she had been feeling this way for a really long time, not just by her Divine Masculine, okay, but by the karmic situations, by herself. She felt abandoned by herself a lot. You know, she's kind of coming back into this energy where she's, you know, she's good, you know. You know, the sleepless nights and everything that she went through, totally worth it, right? Now, some of you still may be going through some of this, again, you know, kind of feeling it probably from your Divine Masculine. I know this happens to me every now and then. I wake up for no reason whatsoever. But also some of you still going through ascension. And this is part of ascension, you know, waking up at odd times. It's like the universe or spirit guides are trying to call your attention to something. Maybe it was a dream that you had, and they're waking you up so you can remember it and you can, you know, learn from it, whatever the message might be. So, you know, all of it leading to your truth, right? And all of it leading to a decision that needs to be made. And Divine Feminine, you know, has been trying to make these decisions for herself, trying to understand what the universe is sending her and making the correct decision. And so far, Divine Feminines, for the most part, you guys have been making those decisions and things have been progressing for you. So it's decision time again, okay? So whether that's for your mission, for your karmic situation, whatever have you, there is a decision that needs to be made, okay? And as you make these decisions, especially like inside, energetically, you make the decisions to move forward for your own spiritual gain, things will start happening in the 3D for you, okay? So karmic situations that need to fall away, they're falling away. People in your life that need to fall away are falling away, that sort of thing. So I do feel that this is happening for Divine Feminines, a lot of Divine Feminines, and they're recognizing this. They're recognizing it. And King of Cups, again, so mirroring here. So she's understanding, you know, a little bit more about her emotions. She's understanding how to control them. And kind of coming out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, hypersensitivity, I guess would be the word. I know that, you know, it's like we get triggered over the littlest things sometimes, you know, but the Divine Feminine is starting to understand that she can control that. She can recognize a trigger when she sees it, and then she goes, got it. Okay, I learned that lesson. I get it now. So when it happens again, I can be like, whatever. Right? So it is a process. It is a process. But right now, Divine Feminine, definitely in a Queen of Swords energy. I do feel this, okay? And some of you, you know, again, this is warranted. You need to break away. You need to step away. You need to work on yourself, okay? Especially if you're giving too much energy to a situation that's draining you. However, if Divine Masculine does want to come in, do your best to at least listen to what he has to say, okay? Because as you sit in this energy, as you sit in this, well, if you come towards me, I'm going to lop your head off. Things probably won't progress. I mean, you don't want to be afraid of the triggers, right? You don't want to, like, cut it off before it even comes, because the triggers are there to teach you. All right? So let it happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Let the triggers come and then learn from it. It'll be fine. All right, let's get some messages from the counterparts. Okay, so, yay, sexual energy again. That's it. That's all I got. But the connection, very, very intense for them, I do feel. Okay, still. And everything else that's kind of happening around them, plus this, it's probably not helping their headspace right now, but, you know, it'll be fine. They'll figure it out, you know, and again, sexual energy. Yay, sexual energy. Big time. It's like they can't come forward, you know, so it's like they're sending the energy out anyway. It's really interesting. But yeah, they do regret a lot that's happened between you, okay? They're regretting, they're wishing they could have done it different, and yeah, a lot of them are hiding behind things, you know, money, you know, responsibilities, material things, some of them hiding again in addiction, escapist tactics, that sort of thing. So they're hiding. They're in hermit mode, hiding right now. Like, and they just need time to think about it. And they're figuring it out, guys. They are in their heads very, very much right now. And some of them probably lashing out, I would say. But it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. Don't worry about them. Alright, so messages from the universe, yep. So remember, divine timing, divine planning, this is all fated, this has all been controlled from the beginning by the divine. So release control, because there's not really much you can do about it right now. Only thing you can do is work on yourself. And yeah, some divine masculines, divine feminines, whatever, that come in late, they may be just wanting to come in for sex. Remember, that could be triggers, and that's up to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you can't. That is not my place. You know, look within yourself and see if that's what you want to do. You know, set your own boundaries. That's up to you. But some of them definitely wanted to come in for sex again. A lot of sexual energy right now. So again, divine timing coming in. You guys are trying to rush things. Stop rushing things. Release control. Accept what's happening. Accept it as it is, okay? Because the more you try to control it, the more frustrated you're going to get. Some of your counterparts definitely want to apologize. Again, they're very regretful for the things that have happened between you. They're just not sure how to do it, okay? But I do feel some of you will be getting an apology. Maybe not, quote-unquote, soon, but it will be coming, because they do want to make that leap of faith towards you, okay? They're understanding that the path is being illuminated. Everything's being illuminated for them. They want to take that leap, okay? It's before them. It's decision time. And I love that we end with this. So if any of you were questioning if this was a twin flame connection, it is. It is. Yep. And they're understanding it too. They know what that term means now. And they're understanding it, okay? Alright, so to enter for a free reading, all you need to do is subscribe if you have not subscribed already, like this video, and then comment below which number like you were. And I'd also like you to tell me the astrological signs of yourself and your twin. I'm very curious about this. I actually found something out yesterday, very interesting. My 12th house is in my divine masculine's sun sign. His 12th house is in my sun sign. What the heck does that mean? I have no idea, but I thought it was really interesting. So, alright guys, well thank you so much. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe. And I'm gonna leave the contest open probably through next Friday. So give it a full week before I announce the winner, okay? Alright guys, thanks so much. Have a good rest of your day.